That intro is so good. We had to take it on the road to Toronto. I love that theme music. It is classic as the NBA gets. Often replicated but never duplicated. I remember being a young boy watching the 1990s era Chicago Bulls take the floor to that music. You knew it was about to go down every night. The greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, showing up, putting on a show for anybody who cared to watch. Many Bulls fans and basketball fans in general will tell you that that music makes the hair on the back of their neck stand up. D. Rose, the son of Chicago, is going to sky leaps and bounds above the competition, kick the ball down court to the greatest of all time. And you know, if we are talking Chicago Bulls basketball and the great one, who else could I be talking about?
At center court, number 24, Brian Scalabrine.
That's right, the true Mamba on the scene. Oh, I'm just playing with you guys. You know who we're talking about. It's MJ. His royal airness long before there was a king. The Chicago Bulls were not only led by MJ, Mr. Michael Jordan, but by the Zen Master Phil Jackson. It took several years of MJ, the prolific scoring, high-rising, slashing Michael Jordan, of into the league, scraping into the playoffs, but at season's end, Michael Jordan was always left disappointed. They were regularly eliminated and outplayed by more championship caliber teams out of the Eastern Conference. Teams like the Cleveland Cavaliers, New York Knickerbockers, and the bad boy Detroit Pistons. These teams provided too much size and too much strength for the Bulls to compete. And then just in a matter of seasons, everything changed with the hiring of Phil Jackson, his assistant coaching staff, along with the draft picks of Scottie Pippen and Mr. Horace Goggles Grant. The Chicago Bulls were finally poised to break through the wall and make a championship run. I am holding true to my game plan, which is getting out to a slow start, making some bad passes, committing a few turnovers. We can assume that the plane made it into Toronto a little bit late. Maybe that's why the guys are a little sluggish. Perhaps there was some bad shellfish going around the hotel. My team is outmatched at every position, excluding the shooting guard position with Michael Jordan. The point guard position is a rather close call between Derrick Rose and Chris Paul. My guys might have a bit of an uphill battle, but the opponent will keep me in the game as long as he proceeds to give me the opportunity to get easy buckets off of turnovers in the transition. He takes a good shot as I relax on the defense, but Derrick Rose is able to recover, and in one motion he is out to the other side of the floor. He cannot convert. The former MVP is off to a very slow start. That is surprising. Derrick Rose is one of my most effective players. I love to utilize his speed, his mid-range jump shooting ability. He's an underrated defender as well. And even though I insist on shooting myself in the foot, it is a close ball game. I'm only down by 2 points at the moment. Joakim Noah sees a cutting Michael Jordan, but Mike hangs him out to dry by stopping in his track with his back turned. That is a very good example of a flaw, a common flaw in the game design, where the artificial intelligence of the CPU will let you down instead of finding the open space on the floor, alleviating your double team by coming to the ball, or even the most simple fundamental principles of cutting in front of the defender seem to be ignored by the computer-controlled 2K players. almost always in critical moments. They seem to have the uncanny ability to make the wrong decision, letting you down time and time again. Hopefully 2K14 will address some of this, and maybe the basketball teams will operate within a system.
Welcome back to No Bull, and no, our next guest isn't Oscar the Grouch or even Big Bird, although I think he might be able to teach Big Bird how to play with his back to the basket. Tex Winter, one of Phil Jackson's right-hand men on the Bulls bench. His longevity in this game unsurpassed when it comes to active coaches. 46 years in the business, and his resume looks something like the Rand McNally Road Atlas. Marquette, K-State, Northwestern, Long Beach, San Diego, LSU, and on down the line. Tex Winter, nice to have you with us today. We'll talk about this triangle offense, Phil.
Well, you know, Tex is such an integral part of our offense. He's the offensive coordinator. The reason being is that, you know, we went to LA previous to, you know, having a team that's been together for so many years, taking our young kids out. Tex was here to this organization his 8th year. I've been here 6. And as assistants, we went together. I was Tex's assistant out in LA. We taught our younger players for 2 weeks how to run this triangle offense. We wanted the system to play under. When I had an opportunity to become the head coach, I asked Tex to be the offensive coordinator because I felt it's necessary for a team to play under a system. I played under one at the New York Knicks, not as sophisticated as this. This is probably the most sophisticated one I've ever seen. And I think it's really the reason why we've been a championship team.
Well, Tex, every time Bulls fans watch a game on TV, they hear the announcers say, oh, there's the triangle set up. So why don't you tell us what that triangle is? We've got some videotape and the telestrator cranked up, and BJ's hanging around to talk about his role in the triangle, too.
I'll show a triangle. I'm more used to the chalkboard. Here we have a triangle that's formed down the sideline. Thus we call it the sideline triangle. Notice the spacing between the players, 15, 18 feet. The center is the apex of the triangle. And he lines up on the block with 15, 18 foot spacing down the sideline. And from this position, when the pass goes into the post, we call that the number 2 pass because it's the second pass in a sequence of passes. First pass having been the pass from guard to the wing and the guard cutting to the corner. On this pass, we run a basic cut. Cornerman makes a speed cut down the base. Wingman makes a speed cut over the top. Weak side wingman step fakes in and moves out into the free throw line area.
We'll see how well we work at this time.
There's the screen on the weak side.
Open shot for MJ.
Jordan.
2 points.
Here we go again. Now the triangle's formed down the left sideline. Ball's at the wing. Triangle down the left sideline. Ball at the wing. 2 pass goes into the post. Weak side wingman starts to step in case the wingman wants to make a pass to him, but he passes to the post, so he reverses back out. Baseline man makes a basic cut once again. Screen for the weak side man coming back to the ball.
BJ, as we take a look at this, how tough is it to pick up the nuances of the triangle?
Well, because it's a system offense, you're always going to find the weakness in the defense if everyone moves the ball, and as long as you're taking care of yourself in the offense, it'll take care of you.
All right, here we are again. The triangle has been formed. We can form the triangle in many different ways, and also we're really not particular about what players fill certain spots. So any player can be in any position on the floor, really. We prefer to have a big man inside or little men out, naturally. The triangle is formed. Number 2 pass now is made once again to the post.
Yes. Scott Williams catches this one in the lane, I think, doesn't he?
Yes, Scott gets the ball in the lane, and the reason we want to see this is because you can't see the top of the circle guard, but it demonstrates clearly the spacing that we want, 15 to 18 feet spacing, and it creates operating room for Scott to receive the ball. Notice the operating room he has, and it clears the area for the jump shot before they have time to double up on him. Here Michael has the ball.
And he's already brought this down in the fast break, so they have to set it up. There's a little bit of cockeyed here, but show them where the triangle is. It's pretty easy. The spacing is a little broken down on this one now.
Once again, this is out of flow, however. It's out of a fast break situation, and we flow right into this. You notice that Michael had the ball, and he flows right into the triangle. Ball, number 2 pass, once again, goes to the post. And this is the third cutter, once again. Baseline cut, over the top cut, and we get the man coming back to the ball.
Watch this one play out. I guess what you're trying to do is isolate your shooters, basically, and avoid the double team pressure in this.
Yes, it makes it very difficult for a team to double team. They attempted a double team, and it created an opening for Horace Grant to dive cut to the basket.
All right, we'll go to a different two pass on this particular sequence. The triangle's formed.
All right, we got the triangle. Now you notice that he doesn't pass to the center. The top of the circle guard is being overplayed by the defensive man. It creates a nice opening into what we call the backdoor area. Now the 2 pass, instead of going to the post man, goes to the man on the back door, and the weak side guard makes a back cut. Let's look at it now in action.
Good step by Horace.
Steps.
Good bounce pass, and Scotty to the basket for a layup. Pretty easy in operation. Huh?
I'll tell you one thing, Tex, you're going to get a raise the way this is going. Let's take a look at one more here.
All right, we've got the triangle form down the right sideline. Here's our spacing again, once again.
2 pass to the top.
2 pass to the top of the circle this time. Defensive man is permitting this pass. A while ago he denied it, now he's permitting this pass to be made. In which case this weak side wingman doesn't have to step on the back door, but rather he pinches the post, we call it, and 2 pass to the top, 3 pass to pinch post, and we'll see what transpires off of this. Outside cut. Notice the
open shot.
Open shot. The man that originally in the triangle on the strong side.
2 more for the Bulls, and I guess the amazing thing here is that people know what's coming night in and night out, and it's still successful. Tex, we appreciate you coming in, and BJ, thank you very much for being here as well, and we're back to wrap things up on No Bull for this week, right after these messages.
I suppose that I am being unrealistic in thinking that the computer could replicate the ingenuity and instinct that it takes to manage an NBA-style offense. Fine. But I do not believe that it is too much to ask for the computer-controlled players to not make bonehead choices consistently. It seems as if the players are almost more likely to make the incorrect choice at times than they are to make the standard operating procedure basketball move. These are the world's best basketball players. But Luol Deng can't complete a 6-foot pass to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan bobbles the ball, stuck in an animation, and it's a rip. 2 points to the other side. Didn't look much like a NBA caliber play. The passing mechanics in general, I believe, could use some work. One issue is the outlet passing. It's too easy to make the full court baseline to baseline pass, and it is too difficult to make the 30-foot pass to your point guard and the ball ends up in the 4th row somewhere. Passing the ball around without using the icons can leave you with absolutely disastrous results. I don't know what 2K uses to determine the direction that I would like to pass the ball, because it surely is not as easy as they make it sound. It is not as simple as pressing the stick towards the direction of the player you want to throw the ball. Far too often in a quick situation where you have a limited opportunity to put the ball in a window to another player, the artificial intelligence makes the incorrect choice and lets you down. Instead of hitting the open man, the one cutting underneath of the hoop, the ball will find itself going the complete opposite direction, a dangerous pass cross court with no regard. And if any NBA player regularly made passes like that, would find himself on the bench in the D-League or out of basketball in the United States completely. 2K Sports definitely has the resources, the capability, and the personnel to fix or at least address these issues. The question is whether they are aware and or willing. If they would just spend some time with my main man Steve Kerr, who's about to check in the game, he would help.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
LeBron does a lot of things that are awe-inspiring, obviously. How about last year's finals? Who could forget the phenomenal block against Thiago Splitter?
Well, I've been doing this for years. I think this is probably my maybe 6th year doing voiceovers for video games.
All defense, first team, 5 seasons running.
It's very intimidating early on in the process because we do the work by hours. So I know going into each year that I've got maybe 40 to 50 hours of work ahead. And the very first session, we'll do 3 or 4 hours and I'll finish and I'll think, oh man, I got like 47 hours left. It's a great crew to work with and we end up having a really good time together. And you kind of get some momentum and get the ball rolling in it, and then it flows from there. These guys here at 2K, they encourage me to say what I think, to completely go off script if I want. It's really a good formula because it's a good combination of having themes to talk about, but plenty of freedom to stray from the script as well.
When you look at LeBron James, maybe more than any other player in NBA history, he's great in a way that transcends positions. His combination of size, mobility, and all-around game mean you literally could line him up at any position on the floor, and he'll be able to handle it at both ends, offensively and defensively.
I get calls from friends of mine all the time who say, I thought you were in our house today because my kid was playing the video game and I heard your voice. I went looking for you in the other room, and it was just my kids playing NBA 2K. So it's kind of funny, some of the stories I get. I've had plenty of people question just my strategic decision making on the air of my video games, but that's okay. I welcome all criticism.
Steve Kerr is just another one of the excellent Bulls players on my roster. He, along with Craig Hodges, are both rated 95 with 3-point shooting. Very nice to have that boost off of your bench. Along with Judd Buechler, I can easily match up with the likes of a Del Curry. I mentioned Horace Grant earlier. He, along with Dennis Rodman, have yet to make an appearance in a gold pack for myself. I would love to add those two guys. I think that their inside presence would make this Bulls roster formidable, perhaps even enough to compete in the second and first seeds. Most of these theme teams that I compete with in my team have some sort of flaw or weak point, whether it be athleticism or size or shooting. For the Bulls, as it currently stands, all I have inside is Robert Parish and Joakim Noah. Neither of those players are a very legitimate offensive threat, especially when you compete against the elite centers. Even facing the likes of Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell, Joakim Noah will compete. He will stand tall and speak his mind.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Jeez, you farted?
I don't know where everybody is in terms of challenging on shots. It is non-existent.
I just stayed in my hotel room, man. Every time I look out my window, it's pretty depressing out here, man. It's bad. It's bad.
So you're not going out?
No going out in Cleveland, man. It's all factories.
It stinks.
Hey, but
you regret anything that you said about Cleveland?
Not at all. You like it? You think Cleveland's cool? I mean, I never heard anybody say I'm going to Cleveland on vacation. What's so good about Cleveland?
Have you ever been booed as much in your life?
Yeah. I was booed a lot. My whole life I've been booed. College, I was getting booed a lot. Boston, they don't like me over there. And they don't like me over here either. It's okay. I have my friends, I don't care.
You farted?
You know, but you got to give credit when credit is due. And Miami's a hell of a team. They're Hollywood as hell.
I don't know where everybody is in terms of challenging on shots. It is non-existent.
So Waddle wants to know if a certain someone, Joe Kim, is on your Christmas card list.
Just would like to know if Kevin Garnett will get a Christmas card from you at all this year. Or is he not on the list?
Kevin Garnett will not.
Not be on the list?
Will not get a Christmas gift from me.
No.
At all.
Do you think he's on many people's Christmas card list in the NBA?
No.
Not well liked?
No, I don't like him.
Yeah. I get the feel, you know.
What happened to him?
Yeah, I was going to say, because for so long when he was in Minnesota, he gave everyone the feeling that he was a nice guy. What happened to him?
I don't know. Just very mean guy.
Really?
Like, I mean, geez, where is the...
There's no love there.
Where's the love?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, none at all.
Just nasty.
Yeah. Ugly, too.
Yeah. You mean his personality or visually just an ugly guy as well?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Okay. What was he doing with his jersey? What was it, Friday night?
He was showing his chest because he was showing that he had a lot of heart. Like,
doesn't have a lot of muscular definition.
No, he's you know, Thibodeau was trying to tell me today, because I always tell Thibodeau how much I don't like KG, but he was trying to tell me, you know, what sucks is that when I was growing up, I used to have his poster in my room. I used to wear his jersey, and the truth is, you know, my rookie year, you know, I was, you know, in admiration of this guy, and you know, he kind of shut me down, and you know, he was very mean to me my rookie year, and he's only mean to the young guys and the Euros for some reason. You know, I don't know why, but that's who he doesn't like.
Got Joe Kim's running mate Derrick Rose going to try to get down low for 2 points, but he comes with the off-ball help and forces me to miss this shot. It is a close ball game in the waning seconds. He needs to convert. JJ JoJo Johnson with the quick shot, but it is off. Oh my, he got the offensive rebound with the second attempt, and that bucket is good. 2K once again rewards my opponent for his poor shot selection with a long rebound that turns into second chance points. Seems like this happens to me on a regular basis, but I can't focus on that right now. We've got a ball game to win. Derrick Rose has ice water in his veins. He knocks down a pair. The face of the franchise and the future of the organization, D. Rose, is here, and everybody needs to take notice. He is fresh off his ACL recovery, a year in absence for the long-awaited return. And this contest is finally over. We clung to the late lead. He made it close. I was sweating it, but Michael Jordan's got my back.
What is it about the Bulls that makes it tough for you guys?
I don't know if I like that question. It's you know, we hear that a lot. You know, it's never what is it about you know, the Miami Heat that make it tough on other teams. It's always, you know, the Bulls or the Pacers or the Knicks or whatever the case may be. No, I knew it was going to be a physical game. I mean, every game against the Bulls is a physical game.